Hi everybody, thank you for tuning in to another video on TK's Tech Corner. Today we're going to be taking a look at another mobile and tablet gaming controller by a company called abxylute. This here is their S9 model and this is their mobile tablet game controller. I previously on my channel tested one of their more traditional controllers for consoles and PCs, etc. This is labeled as a premium controller for mobile devices, and immediately we see some customization which kind of lends itself to being a premium product. So we're going to open it up, we'll test it out, see what it's all about. I'll go through the features. Well, let's quickly take a look at and see what we've got in the box. Here is some paperwork. We may or may not need the instructions manual, so I'll leave that there. And all of this stuff here is interesting. There's some stickers here, and I think these are probably designed to go on the actual bridge, the slider at the back, just to give you some ideas on the shortcuts. Yep, okay. Same thing in different languages, so I'm going to leave the English one at the top because we might need that, just to give you a show of what that is there. You can see that right there. So a handy little guide there to stick somewhere. We've got the controller here, and I'm just going to double check, but I don't think there's anything else in the box at all. Nope. Other than that, it's fairly economical and efficient packaging. So let's get rid of the box quickly. That made a lovely loud noise. Controller here is reminding me of one of the GameCert controllers, but that looks very, very nice. We'll come to that in a minute. Let's have a quick look at the accessory pack here as well. So you can see customization off the bat. So clearly we can change the D-pad to what looks like one of the Xbox controller style pads, where you can slide your thumb around on the D-pad a little bit more freely. You can see that there. And then we've also got another style pad here which is even more flat, and I actually really like this one. And I think this reminds me even more of the Elite controller. There you go, you can see that there as well, and you can see the way it attaches to the controller from the back there. So I don't know if this is going to go straight on. No, it's not. It's going to actually this is going to come off. I think it's probably stuck on via some magnets, so we'll check that out in a minute. And we've also got some thumbsticks, which I think in this case are to give you more height. Yes, so you can see the adjustment there. So this will probably just pull off like so. And then we can stick a taller stick on there. Now this is just for your preference, right? Really, depending on your preference, you might like a taller stick, you may not. I didn't clip that in fully. That's fully clipped in now. You can see the silver glide rails there are very, very, very smooth indeed. So let's just get back to the normal stick. Hopefully I haven't broken anything already. Right, there we are. Good. Customization test done already. So let's work our way around this awesome device. We have got a device that is capable of both USB-C and Bluetooth connectivity. It's got dual Hall effect sticks. Analog sticks feel very, very nice. As I said, the metal on those glide rings just feels absolutely fantastic. We've got a really, really nice, generously sized D-pad. It's got a really, really nice design. Both the analog sticks and the D-pad have got a nice concave design, so they're curved in, which means the thumbs nestle very, very nicely on them. That feels very, very satisfying and smooth indeed. I like the grippy texture of the thumbsticks. It's got a very, very nice rubbery texture, as that's going to provide a lot of traction while you're gaming on your mobile device. The D-pad, again, very generously sized, and it's got a very, very nice clicky feel to it as well. Very, very satisfying response. It's going to be really nice when we get one of these caps on there, I reckon. We've got some macro buttons here and some home button here as well. So I think these are some shortcut keys. We've got the standard menu and start buttons there as well. A, B, X, Y, absolute standard. These do not feel like micro switches, which I'm probably quite happy about because they get a bit noisy and loud sometimes. These feel like they're more traditional membrane switches, and they feel very, very nice. Hall effect triggers there as well. These feel lovely. I like the shape on them. Very, very nice profile. That curve stopping your finger from slipping off. And then the shoulder buttons, these again, I don't think they're micro switches, but they've got a very satisfying click to them, and they're wrapping around the top of the controller just enough to provide the reach, but they're not protruding too far. So this looks from the top very similar to an Xbox controller. And then I think I would say from this perspective, you're getting more of the PlayStation style triggers there. You can see the C port, it has the flexibility like the GameSir ones, where it allows the device to be removed and inserted easier, just because it can angle around a little bit, which is really nice. And I think it slides up and down a bit as well, so you can see that there. So if you've got a device which is a bit thicker, it's going to move up and down, etc. 3.5mm pass-through for headphones. You've got a USB-C charging port there as well, which will do pass-through charging, and probably also power it when it's acting in Bluetooth, because I don't think it has a built-in battery. And if I hold the button, you can see it certainly does not have a built-in battery. So if you want to use it as a Bluetooth controller, then you will be powering it via a USB-C cable. On the back, we've got two macro buttons as well, so position wise they're actually quite good. They're sitting very naturally on my index fingers there, middle finger, whichever one it is, I don't know. Very nice, and they're not too big, they're not, and one of the most important things about the back buttons is that they're not too soft. These do provide enough resistance so that you're not going to press them accidentally, but they're also not too hard to press that you're not going to be able to engage them when you want. So that feels right from my perspective. Now, one of the favorite things of the controllers that I noticed, and I haven't spoken about it yet, is the actual shape of this, the profile. So look at this here. It's almost got this claw thing going on. Now, that's actually really important when you're playing a mobile or game on a mobile device, because it's smaller. You've generally got cramped hand positions, but this has not. It certainly hasn't anything, but it's got really nice thick grips there, which are no doubt housing the vibration motor. So this has got some asymmetric vibration motors as well, which provides really good feedback, and we'll test it out hopefully. But the idea here is that you've got this added level of comfort where you've now got somewhere to rest your little fingers here, right there, and it almost provides that additional level of control because you feel like you're connected to the device. The grip is fantastic. I really like that. Another thing I notice is how wide this stretches. So it does say it supports iPad minis and other Android phones and tablets. So the one I'm going to be testing out is my Lenovo tab here, this one that I've used in other videos as well. I think it's Y700, this one, the gaming tablet, absolute powerhouse. Before we go ahead and test some games out, let's just see how the D-pads go in. And you can see that was just very easy to lift off. Reminds again of the GameSir joypads for customization. Looks like you can also take this side off. I don't know if that's because you can switch the buttons around. If we can switch the A, B, X, Y buttons around, that would be an absolute bonus. I've not seen anything to suggest that you can, and it doesn't look like you can, but that's not a biggie, not a deal breaker at all. So let's get this back on. I'm guessing the other reason why you can take these off is I think you can actually get customizable faceplates for these. So if abxylute are watching this and they've got any customizable faceplates they want me to show on the channel, please feel free to send them and I will show them on the channel. Now, I think you can just pull this off just like that. D-pad is off. You can see I'm not even going to test the standard D-pad because I'm really excited to test this one out here. I like the flat D-pad. I think that would be great on beat 'em ups. Now, I've probably made a mistake by pushing it on straight away because of the shape of this thing here. I think the way it's going to work is I'm going to get this on and then I'm going to push this in place. And that's exactly how it's gone. Now, look at that. First mobile controller I've tested with a customizable D-pad, and that feels really nice. So it's got that lifted sort of design there. I'm really fancying this already. Now let's get on to the important thing, some game tests. So I've gone straight in with the tablet first. I thought I'd go straight to the large device with the case on it. Worth noting, the case is still on the device, and with the case on, C port is long enough to connect to the device without having to remove the case. Absolutely lovely, just how it should be. Next thing, it's working absolutely perfectly fine. This D-pad just feels awesome, by the way. So let's just fire up some game quickly and let's see what it works like. What shall we play? I always test out Forza, so let's just not break a habit. Let's test out Forza if I can. So I'm just launching up Forza now on Xbox Game Pass. Turn the volume down a little bit maybe because it might be a little bit too loud. Now I've got, seems to have a really bad Wi-Fi connection today. I don't know why. I haven't rebooted my routers or anything before this video, so it might be a little bit lagging, but it doesn't matter. That's not the point of the video. The point of the video is to show that the controller works, which it does. Yeah, you can see the quality is poor. Now, first things first, the vibration's working. I can't remember last time playing Xbox Game Pass. You can see how bad the connection is. It's really, really bad. Let me just see if I can fix this quickly. Right, I've switched over from Game Pass to streaming locally. Now, I guess it's allowed me to do 2 tests in one go, which is I can confirm this works on Xbox Remote Play. So this is just streaming using the Xbox app, but also works on Xbox Game Pass. For some reason, I was getting really, really bad quality of service on Xbox Game Pass. At the moment, I don't know if it's an internet problem or just a Game Pass problem, so I've given up on that for now. Testing out Remote Play. This is just streaming my Xbox over the local Wi-Fi network. Works absolutely fine, so it probably isn't a Wi-Fi issue. And you can see the quality of this controller here. Now this really shines. Nice little purple light there. I like that as well. When I was playing on Xbox Game Pass, the feedback was working. Xbox Remote Play, I'm not getting any feedback. That would just be a feature or limitation of the Xbox Remote Play feature from the app, not the controller at all. But otherwise, you can see this works absolutely fine. I think we'll quickly try and test out PlayStation Remote Play as well. Let's just see how that works. So, PlayStation Remote Play fired up. This is the official PS Remote Play app, not the third-party PX Play app, which is probably better than this one anyway, but it's not. This is the official one. Now again, I'm suffering some Wi-Fi or network issues where you can see there's a lot of lag in here, but the main thing is in the correct mode, which is the purple mode. You can see the lights are purple at the moment. According to this paper, that is the PlayStation mode. So let's just get that back into view again. PS mode, you can see that on the top right there, purple. It's working absolutely fine. And I've actually lost connection because the network might be unstable. But the main thing is, while it was connected, I'll just try once more. You could see that it was indeed working. The controller supports PlayStation Remote Play native app, so you're not going to have any issues if you want to use it with PS Remote Play. I might also just try the third-party app to see if it works. No doubt it will work, because that app typically supports controllers where the original app does not. I'll try and test this, see if it works. There might be a bit of lag. Let the game start. I'm going to guess it's an internet connection issue because I think PS Remote Play app, I don't know if it does connect over the local network, but this is really lagging. It does work, so if it does start up, I'll show you that it works. The main thing though is it's lost the connection again, so there's definitely a connection issue there. I'll just try the PX Play app to see if that works via local connect, and if it does, we'll be able to see it working on this as well. Seems to recognize it as a DualSense controller. Allow access, yes. So that's working fine, as you can see as well. And I forgot. So now you can see it's working absolutely fine. So it seems to be some internet issue in my area where anything connecting over the internet is performing very poorly. So that's not a problem. We can see a demonstration of the controller here, and you can get an idea of just how well it performs. Absolutely love this game. What a classic game. Haven't played it probably for a very long time. Start playing it again. The controller feels very comfortable. This is extremely comfortable for something you're going to be doing on the go. And if you've got a tablet like this or the iPad mini with a larger screen, 8-inch plus, well, I suppose 8.4 inch is probably going to be the limit on this, I'm guessing, or 8-inch maybe. You're really going to enjoy a device like this because you're really getting a really good on-the-go gaming experience. And then I guess it just comes down to the quality of the connection you've got while you're out and about. No doubt if you've got a 5G connection, a good strong 5G connection, you're going to get a really good overall gaming experience. Now I want to just test one more thing on this quickly before I wrap up this video. It's worth testing out the Bluetooth connectivity as well, and the fact that this thing has got a gyroscope, which makes it a really good wireless controller for the Nintendo Switch. Again, you're probably going to have to power it through a power pack. So let's just quickly try that out as well. Right, interesting way of doing it, but it does work. So I've just stuck my phone in, 2 tests in one. My phone, Galaxy Fold 4, an old Fold device. I haven't bothered upgrading because there's no point in upgrading these phones recently. Works with the case on, which is very nice. I've got a fairly thick stand case on there and it's gone in absolutely fine. Now I'm using that to power the device, and whilst doing so I've been able to switch the mode to, now you can see that it's in the red mode color, by following the instructions in the provided booklet. And then I was able to pair to the Nintendo Switch, and now you can see that seems to be working absolutely fine on the Switch. So I'm effectively using my phone. Oh, I've disconnected it accidentally, sorry. I'm effectively using my phone as a means of powering the controller so that I can use it as a controller for Nintendo Switch. Now this may or may not be desirable. Now I've just gone and done something very silly there and disconnected it, but the main thing was you could see that it was actually connected to the Nintendo Switch. And I've just double pressed the M button and I've got it connected again so that we can actually hopefully test out some games. So when I press the home button, that works as it should as well. I have no idea what I was playing on the Super Nintendo. So let's just test something out because it'll be very easy to get into a game here quickly, just so you can see how it works. R-Type is probably what I was playing because R-Type is brilliant. Let's get that out of the way properly. That will probably be a better configuration. So the controls are working absolutely fine. So this is going to work on the Nintendo Switch as well with no issues whatsoever. Just to show how versatile this controller is, it really is very versatile. You can play pretty much anything on the go with this thing, and you're not going to have any issues in terms of long play games because it is so comfortable. While I've been testing this video, I've just realized how comfortable this thing is. Right, so you can see that there working absolutely fine. It's just like a really, I suppose it really is just like another sort of pro controller type thing here. So I wanted to just take a look at the app before I finish off this video, because it's quite impressive. This is the abxylute app installed from the Play Store on an Android tablet. Once you start it up, you get a list of all the apps that are on your tablet, and you can select which ones for you are games, and then it will show them on this flashy menu here. Now, to go to controller, the first thing you've got to do is actually pair the controller via Bluetooth. So I'm just going to wait for it to come up in the list, and there it is. I'm going to allow access to my contacts because I don't know what the controller is going to do with my contacts, but there you go. And then I'm going to go back next, and we should get to this menu here. Now this is really important, right? So as well as seeing info, firmware, so you probably better do firmware updates here. It's saying my device is currently up to date. You've got all sorts of options. Now calibration is something that is not yet available for Android, but it's going to be there soon. You've got a controller testing feature where you can test all the buttons of your devices to make sure they're working correctly. And I'm just going to say again, this D-pad is honestly, I think it's becoming, just while I was recording this video, probably one of my favorite D-pads on any controller period so far. It's really nice D-pad, premium, and I especially love that flat cap that I've got on it as well. So what other things can we do on here? We've got controller customization. This is where you can do button mapping for the back macro buttons as well. You can see that there. You can switch the button layout for ABXY to either a Nintendo Switch layout or an Xbox layout, depending on what you're playing with it. And as you've already seen in the video, it works absolutely fine with Nintendo Switch. So why wouldn't you want to do that? Let's continue setting up. Actually, let's exit that. Let's go to other motion settings. So you can enable motion controls. As I said, this thing has a six-way gyro in it, 6-axis gyro rather. So you can map the gyro to whatever you want here. Really, look at that. Right stick, left stick, D-pad, mouse, you name it. Right. So you can do whatever you like with the motion controls, and then you can set whether you want it in Z, X, what was I saying, Y axis, Z axis, or Z and Y axis. The level of customization is really, really welcome and incredible. And then the other thing, so you've all these options here about the motion control. So let's turn that off for now. You've got dead zone settings, so you can set the dead zones for your sticks. So if you'd like your sticks to not, so I don't know, maybe you've got a little bit of a preference of not having the motion of your character or whatever it is, your game you're playing, activate with little sensitive movement. You want it when you're actually making a committed movement in that direction, so you can kill off the center of the stick. You can kill off quite a large area, because now in this area there'll be no movement at all. So that's really impressive, and you can do the same thing for the right stick as well. So you can increase both dead zones for left and right sticks. Trigger dead zone. Now look at this. So you can basically set how far you want your trigger to function, right? So you can set the endpoint of your trigger. So you can see that blue bar going up and down as I press and leave the button. What you can do is you can set the endpoint for your trigger, meaning the end bar of it becomes a dead zone effectively, right? So it's a lot more responsive, and I guess the more you move it up, you're getting into a really, really quick trigger mode here now. So you're getting into that sort of hairpin mode. So if you put it all the way at 1, you're getting almost instant activation of your trigger. As soon as you move it a little bit, it's going to get triggered, right? So really, really good for shoot 'em ups. Maybe if you're playing COD Mobile, that will be something that you really want to explore. What else have we got? Exit. Stick sensitivity, so you can also set up the sensitivity of your sticks to meet your preference as well. So there you go. You can do that for both sticks, by the way, right? So the level of customization is absolutely bonkers. I don't know how else to say it other than this thing really, really is a premium controller. I wonder if it's worthwhile trying anything out. Maybe some Call of Duty, but it's probably not been updated, so I won't bother because it hasn't been updated on this tablet for a very long time. But when you do start a game, it's probably just worth showing you this quickly. You get an option, so it's like a profile for each game, to select either a mapping mode or if you want it in controller mode. So this is really good because if there's a game that doesn't support controller input natively but supports screen input, you can simulate the controller to operate as if it was actually using a touchscreen. So effectively like an overlay type thing. Or if the game that natively supports controllers, you want it in controller mode, and then you'd be on your way. And on that note, I think I'm going to end the video. There is a link to this product in the description of this video. If you've got any questions at all about this video, please, or this controller, please ask it in the comment section. I'll be more than happy to answer it as soon as I can. If you've enjoyed the video, leave a thumbs up. If you haven't already done so, please hit subscribe in the bottom right hand corner to support my channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.